Hello, everybody. Hi there. My name is Sarah Smith, aka Sarah No Brows. That's my username for Facebook and my business. I am a unique presenter. I sell unique products, and I just wanted to come on and do a video before I go to my microblading appointment today. I'm going to get my eyebrows microbladed today for the first time ever. Not gonna lie, I have butterflies in my stomach. But I really wanted to come on for anybody who struggles with their brows, especially with blonde hair, because as you see, my hair is very light. I have very little hair. I struggled with brows my whole life. And I can just show you how I went in and shaped my brows and tried to get them as natural as possible, especially with the products that we have. A lot of the products for blondes turn orange, and I hate that shade. So I'm just gonna show you real quick what I use to do my brows pre-microblading. Okay, now pray for me because I'm never done this before and I'm scared. I don't have any makeup on because I like to do my brows before I put primer or anything on my face. So before I get started, I'll show you the products I'm gonna be using. I like to use, there's a couple of different brushes. I use a Brow Artist brush. One end is angled, one end is a spoolie, like a comb, as if I need it. I don't, but if you have hairs, then you can comb them right over. I'm going to be using the Unique Brow pencil, and that, oops, I have two of them. One is light and medium. I like to use two different shades just for dimension. And the only product I'm using that's non-unique is a Maybelline eye pencil, and it's like a hard pencil. You have to sharpen it, and it's in the shade blonde. They come 2 in a pack. It's like $4, highly affordable. But I like to add different colors in there to add dimension, so not just one. And the brow palette I use to fill in with the powder is our Unique Brow Obsession palette in the shade Brunette. I like to use Brunette because I started using the blonde palette, right? And I made it work like with this color right here, the light color. But if you look at the Brunette palette, do you see how true brown those shades are? Like this is like a nice brown. This one has a tinge of red to it or orange, and I hate that color. So I switched from the blonde to the Brunette brow palette, and I'm in love with that. So those are the products I'm using, and I'm going to get started. When I'm just starting, I'm going to start with this pencil only because it's a hard pencil and it's not going to leave a lot of product on my face to start with. So when I go in to do my brow, I usually pick the one that I like the best. One brow is always different from the other. They're never the same. So I usually start with this brow. This is my left side. So I come in here and I usually go to the top of my nose and make a little mark to where I want to end my brow or start my brow. And I'll usually go to the other side and do the same thing. See, so they're at the same points. That's just to give me an idea where my brow is going to start. So from there, let me get my mirror closer. So from there, I like to do my arch first, and then we'll like connect everything. So I have the most hair right here, and I like to create my arch like that. Naturally, your eyebrows are going to go in a shape that's, made for your face. I would suggest following that shape and just highlight that shape. So if you like a bigger arch, just make it a little bit higher. Like really try to stick true to what the shape of your brow is supposed to be. And if you don't have any hair at all, then you can kind of shape them to your own face like what you think you like. So I come over and I stop like diagonal. Diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. Kind of like a windshield, right? The wiper goes this way and this way. So I stop kind of diagonal here. I start kind of diagonal there. And the arch is usually somewhere in the middle. So I take that pencil and I create that arch and I come down just like so. I'm making just very little you know, strokes on my eyes. I don't want to fill it in yet. So I'm going to do the same over here. And now with this eye, it has a little bit more saggy. It has a little more sagginess than this eye. It's lower, so it's not symmetrical. So I have to do, where's my trusty paper? I take a paper or something, and I literally go to the top of my arch where that one goes, because this one is lower. I want it to be as close, hold on, as close to symmetrical as possible. So I take something and I put a dot, because if I were to try to get my eyebrow up there, I don't want to, for me, it's like, I can't believe the arch is so much different, but it is. So I put a little mark there. As you see, that's how high I have to bring this arch up to match the other side. So I take that, and that's where I create the arch on the top. I literally am drawing on my skin. I have no hair up there. But I have to go that high in order to match this side. Okay, so I just take that and kind of do little sweeping motions to get some pigment there. I don't want a lot of pigment. I just want a little bit. Okay. I'm going to fix the bottom arch, because what I'm going to do is bring that bottom arch up a little bit to make it look more cohesive. Now, I do this with my other pencil as well. I don't have to just use this pencil. I'm using every pencil. And I'll show you the other brushes to touch it up. So I'm going to go in and start doing like little hair-like swipes going up. And try to grab that that eye to make it even. So what I'm going to have to do is take some concealer and really touch up that brow a little bit to get them even. Brows are not fun for me. It takes a lot of effort to get these suckers straight. And when you're having a bad brow day, it like ticks me off. It ticks me off. So what I like to do is grab this is a cream shadow brush from my website. Any kind of small condensed brush. And I like to take a little bit of concealer, and I like to go in here and move that arch up. Okay? It's going to really start to take shape once you clean that up a little bit. Okay? I got some concealer in there, but that's okay. So it's already coming together, and it's in the fine details, right? It's in the little concealer, the little brush right here to really make your shape the way that you want it. See that? You just take a small brush and you really shape that brow how you want it. That's it. I mean, that's the beauty about actually having no brows, is that you can change the shape of your eyebrows whenever you want. So I'm going to go on the other side and really clean that brow up. Do the same thing. So it's like a 10-minute process. If I wasn't talking, it would probably take me like 5 to 6 minutes to do these stupid brows. But I do makeup 2 times a day sometimes for my makeup live videos, and it's annoying to have brows that are like painted on, basically. So here's where you can get really specific with the shape. And this is actually the part I hate the most, is getting this inner part done. That's the part I have the most trouble, because I'm actually a perfectionist and it never seems right. You know what I mean? I don't like it to look like it's exactly perfect, but if you make it look not right, then it messes up your whole brow. I think I throw in the towel. How's that? Shape-wise, they're pretty good. But see, when I move my face, this brow always is higher. It's never going to be the same. This eye sags a lot. So they're never going to be exactly the same, but that's not too bad for the first go around. And so after you make the lines, you want to fill it in with some color just to add some dimension, because it's one shade on your eye right now and it doesn't look as natural. So what I like to do is grab my brow artist brush and grab a little, I don't use any of the wax. I use just the powder. So I grab a little bit of that light and I go in and I start at the arch and I fill in between those hairs, because like I said in the beginning, I have some hairs, but I have a lot of skin. I don't have a lot of hair. So you need to fill in that brow so that this powder goes in between the hair follicles. So when you're looking down and up and you see inside those hairs, it doesn't look bald, because when I do that, there's parts in here that you can still see my skin color. So I'm going to go to the other side. And if I need more of a darker shade, I dip a little bit in that darker shade. I mix them in both. Tap my brush off. Quick side note, because this brow right here that I'm working on has less hair follicles and more skin, it tends to be a different color. The pencil tends to be a different color on my brow. So that's why I like to add a little bit of that dark with that side, especially. So when I get to the corner right here in the inside, I start at the edge with the sharp tip and I swipe up. Swipe up. So this way it can really get to the edge of that brow and kind of take away from that sharp line at the top. I can clean that up with concealer later, but I really want it to be not just one line drawn on. I want it to give some kind of hint of hair strokes. Then I just clean this up. Clean this up. That's just a little bit of leftover concealer on that brush. I didn't add any more. And there you have it. That is a good start to your brows. This is the darker pencil. And I'm going to go around here. I'm not like coloring in fully. I'm just trying to get these even. And we're going to blend out that concealer when I do the rest of my makeup. See that? I'm throwing in some of this dark pencil. I'd rather my brows be darker brown, like I said, than orange. Okay? So I think those frame my face pretty well. And then, I mean, all the makeup is going to blend in because I used concealer around those brows. When I put my foundation on, they blend right into my face. So normally when I have concealer left on my hand, I'll go back in and I'll just apply it all over my eyelid like a primer. But I like to use primer on my face first, usually. That's why I don't use the concealer right now. But I'll do primer and then concealer around my brows when I do my makeup. And I mean, there you have it. It was pretty straightforward, but the products I used really, I think, are more flattering sometimes than those orangey eyebrows pencils that I get for blondes. The Maybelline is the closest to a non-orange color. So this is the Maybelline eyebrow pencil in blonde, and it usually comes 2 in a pack, I think. I get them at Walmart. Sometimes they're hard to find because they're old. But it tells you something if they're old and they're still there. But I also use, like I said, our eyebrow pencils from Unique and my brow palette. So I use all of those things to really perfect the most natural brow I can with working with no hair. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. If you guys like tutorials on makeup and all of that jazz, I do Facebook Live videos multiple times a week. I'm under Sarah No Brows. If you go and follow me, like and follow my page, and yeah, I do giveaways and all kinds of stuff, but I do sell unique products. So all my products I have on my website, sarahnobrows.com. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.